Hey guys, I'm Sean.
I'm Josh.
And in this video, we're talking about all the reasons that you're right and thinking, should I move to the mountains? This video is all about all the reasons that you should make your way from wherever you are and head on up to the foothills and the mountains of Colorado. We're going to be talking about the top, I think we have 11 or 12 reasons why you should move to the mountains. Two of them are out of this world. One of them could kill you. And so if you're into that and you want to hear all about it, stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are the Moxie Denver team, a real estate team here in Denver, Colorado, and the foothills. We love making videos about what it's like to live here. So if you're into that and you want to stay up to date on the latest videos that we put out, make sure you hit the bell.
Subscribe.
I said it backwards. Good catch.
Yeah.
Good job. And you'll be notified each time that we upload that new hotness. This video today is all the good. We're talking about that good. We're sending out good vibes, telling you all the things that people think are awesome about living in the mountains of Colorado. And we're just gonna highlight the reasons that people often tell us are the most significant to them. Let's get on into it. First things first, lawn care, because it's pretty easy going up there.
Simple.
Yeah, most people just have like the native grasses, native plants in their yard, maybe a little spot for the kids or the dogs or something to go out and run, but usually you just like kind of let it grow. Let it grow. That was really good.
Perfect. It's mountain living, so it's just your land is natural and does its own thing, and you just appreciate it. You don't have to mow the lawn. You might have a small section that you push your lawnmower through, if you even have a push lawnmower. Some people up there that I've seen, they just use the little tractors. They have ATV pull behinds if they just want to clear out a small section to play volleyball in or do anything they want on their own land. But really it's very low maintenance.
Yeah, for the yard. We'll get into some seasonal things that you still have to do, but yeah, I see a lot of the riding mowers, and that's a great opportunity to put the little trailer on the back too to help clean up some of the yard with very little yard maintenance. So you'll save cost on like sprinkler water bills too, because you don't have to feed that grass.
So point number 2, the proximity to the outdoors. You live in the mountains.
You're outdoors.
You are outdoors.
You're in the outdoors.
You are there. So, I mean, we've got hiking trails, probably walking distance to most people's backyards. Maybe a worst case, 2-3 minute drive from anyone's property, you're going to hit some sort of outdoor trail.
Yeah, if you look at, I love the All Trails map. If you check out the All Trails map, you're just gonna see the areas are littered with awesome trails and just all different levels too, which is dope. So easy, hard, whatever you need, they got it in the mountains for you.
If you're like me and you're bringing your kids along and you're like, hey, I still am stroller ready, these kids aren't gonna walk. They have so many different levels of trails that you are able to hit that like, I can push a nice good stroller through that, take my little girls up there and let them run around, have fun. Or if you're ready and you're ready, like I want a big old beast, they're right there in your backyard.
Big old beast of a trail?
Yeah.
Big beastly trails.
Yeah.
Right, and we talk about trails a lot in hiking because it is just so easy. If you wake up, you're feeling good, weather looks great, go hit a trail real quick and you'll be back, before work if you need to. So that's the cool thing about trails, but all the other extracurricular activities, four-wheeling,
Mountain biking,
dirt biking,
I would even say snowshoeing,
fishing,
ice skating,
rock climbing,
just playing in your own yard.
ice fishing.
Yeah, I mean, Evergreen Lake, yeah. It's beautiful.
Hunting. Josh hunts out of his own yard.
Private tag. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we used to hunt out of my grandpa's front yard, but it was like a rabbit. Do you guys have elk?
Yeah, elk.
You took down an elk in your yard.
I did. Yeah.
Are we allowed to say this?
Yeah, last week.
Okay, you got a tag.
I do have a tag.
Safe.
Everything's good.
Cool. Cool. So if you need some elk meat, Proximity Outdoors, it's awesome. You're there. Outdoor magazine. It's based on us right here. Segueing into that, number 3 is the nature and the wildlife that you're going to experience while you're out there, because we have all kinds of small beasts and big beasts like foxes, elk, deer, mountain lion, bear, I said fox, more fox.
Chipmunks. You have little things.
big birds that will take out your dog, and it's a con, but
Yeah.
big birds, big, beautiful
You got hawks.
eagles.
Yeah, I've seen a few eagles.
I've seen an eagle in Morrison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a good amount of hawks. Like you gotta watch out for that if you have cats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you have an outdoor cat, that's the one thing to be skeptical about.
That is a free con that we slid into this. Otherwise, happy last year.
Love.
But we love you, and we're going to tell you the truth. Next thing, for the smallest of the animals, those insects. We don't have a lot of them out here in Colorado. I don't know if you could tell that much because you're from here and you live here, but I'm from Northeast Ohio, and we got those skeeters, and they just attack you as soon as you step outside. So not having that, some areas you have it. Like if there's a pond of water or something like that, stagnant water that'll house mosquitoes. But for the most part, like, you're not getting shredded when you're outside, and I freaking love that action. We don't have termites up there. No termites.
The only thing you have is pine beetle.
Mm-hmm.
So pine beetle, that's where you're going to see a lot of those trees that are turning that blue color and dying out. That's our only thing that you really have to worry about. But if you have a nice good frost every year, they die out. So just some things that are up there, but they're not going to come in your house. They're not going to be a part of you. It's just something that they go through the trees. So
yeah, for like Texas and Hawaii, you guys get termites that are going to come eat your foundation of your house. This is more going to like kill the trees in your yard. So yeah, less bugs that are going to ruin your day. That's a pro.
All right, so number 5 that we're going to talk about was we're going to talk about amazing sunsets and sunrises up there. When you're out in your own yard up in the mountains, we are so high in elevation that we actually have our own little aurora borealis. You're going to see how that sun cuts through on the clouds, and you're going to get this beautiful orange, blue, pinks, reds, actually like astonishing sunrises and sunsets up in the mountains. And actually almost anywhere in Colorado, but up in the mountains you get that just crisp, perfect view.
We do have beautiful sunsets, and clouds actually complement the sunsets because it's coming down over the hill and it hits the clouds just right, and it's friggin' beautiful. So sunrise, sunsets, and not even when it's just like in the sky, like when it's hitting the rocks in the morning and just seeing like the foothills come to life. Like, that's a special thing too.
Seeing red rocks get lit up as soon as that first sunrise comes up, it's gorgeous.
You don't even know, man.
You need to come out here. Come check it out. Even just for a vacation, if you're not looking for anything else, just come check out Colorado sunrises and sunsets.
And I'd say consistently good as well.
Yeah.
And so I've seen other places like, yeah, that's a really nice sunset, but it's like, that's a fluke. We got this stuff dialed in. We got it in order. You can't get Domino's, but you can dial in that good sunset.
But then once that sunset goes down, we don't have that much light pollution up in the mountains, so you're going to be looking at beautiful stars every single night, unless there's a little bit of cloud cover. But mostly you're going to see that Milky Way every single night, Orion's Belt, Big Dipper, all the astronomy things that everyone smarter than me knows about, but you can see them, which is nice.
We know they're there.
They're there, but they're so crisp. You can see them every night.
Right. Big windows are a big thing too in Evergreen. Specifically, you'll see the telescope shooting out because they want to catch the stars. And that's, I think, in the craziness of the world, that's why a lot of people are wanting to move out to the mountains of Colorado, is because if they can work remotely, they can work anywhere. They don't want to be where they are, and everyone's getting a little bit mad, so people are seeking a little bit of distance from that by being in the foothills. But then you also get just the gravity of knowing that you're a part of something much bigger by not having the light pollution of the city every day. You get to see the larger world and galaxy and universe and all these other larger things that I don't know.
It's the lifestyle. It's the lifestyle that brings people up here.
Right. It's a vibe for sure. What are you on, number 6?
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, you said lifestyle. Great
it's
segue.
the lifestyle.
Did you know you were doing that?
I did not.
I was killing it. As like far as the people, if you're outdoorsy or you want to become more outdoorsy, you're going to be in good company because we're consistently ranked one of the most active, healthy, demographics in the country, like Colorado as a whole. It's because we have access to so many things that are outdoors. It's so easy to get involved, and it's hard to stay inside when you just see, like even the foothills, like you go on a short drive, you see all kinds of people just walking the streets with their dogs on these windy, wavy roads, and you're like, it seems wild, but just like people want to be out in it.
Then they're cycling off the roads. They're, you know, if you're just like, I want a downhill mountain bike, you have that access right there. If you're looking for cycling off paved roads, right there, you're going to see them every single day. People just getting out in the morning and doing their active outdoor lifestyle.
Yeah, super healthy, super outdoorsy. And I get feedback from clients. Like I had a client from Texas that moved up here with 3 kids, and she said it's crazy when she's driving with her kids, because typically when they're in Dallas, they'd just be on their iPads, iPhones the whole time that they were driving. And now when she's driving them through town, their eyes are up the whole time. They're just looking at the mountains, looking at the canyon, looking at the stars.
Enjoying the nature.
Yeah. So
just enjoying being where they're at.
Let's get a moment of silence for the silence. That was beautiful. Yeah. And if you want silence and you want privacy, that's great, because that's leading us into number 7, which is
seclusion and privacy.
I'll leave you alone for this one.
Okay. Seclusion and privacy. We're seeing a lot of people moving up into the mountains and foothills because they're just looking for that peace of mind of not having the chaos of the concrete jungle. Like, they don't want to be a part of, you know, the city life, hearing the sirens, dogs going crazy at nights, being up there, and the first thing you're hearing at 6 in the morning is the birds. And I have seen so many people coming from Texas, California, New York that are just trying to get out of that, like I said, concrete jungle, to be here and enjoy that nature and lifestyle of living up in the foothills of Colorado. Back at Sean.
So if you want to be a hermit, the mountains are a great place, but if you just need a little bit of cushion, a little bit of distance, that's what we see most often. There's both those lifestyles for you. There are plenty of properties that are kind of tucked away, secluded by themselves, where you don't have to see anybody if you don't want to. And that's cool to have that luxury.
But let's go off of that. Let's go into point number 8. People are moving up there for the land.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean by, when you say land, what do you mean the land?
So by land is people are moving up into the foothills of Colorado because they want bigger space. In the, let's just say the Denver metro area, we're probably looking between 6,000 and 8,000 square feet as your total property size. But up in Evergreen, Conifer, Bailey, any part of the foothills of Colorado, you're actually at a minimum looking at about 3/4 of an acre just to start out with.
Right.
And then it just pretty much goes up from there. So it's whatever you're looking for on size. But the nice thing about land is you might be looking for, let's say, privacy. Even 3/4 of an acre that then backs up to, you know, one of these trailheads that we've been talking about, or any type of open space. You're like, I want to be private, but I also want some land. You can find all of that even with a 3/4 acre. You might not need 5 acres like some people are like, that's the minimum I'm looking for. You can find peace and your seclusion even with one of these other regular evergreen mountain conifer property.
If you're coming from Kansas and you're like, well, 3/4 of the acre, it doesn't seem like that much. I'm gonna look right at my neighbor. Not necessarily in the foothills too, because everything is built around the terrain. You have different elevations, you have trees, coverage, and so even if you're looking at the aerial and it looks like there's a neighbor that's very close to you, it might be due to the terrain that they're kind of down, out of sight, out of mind, and you won't see them. But then it is nice to, you know, still have somebody that's relatively close. If you're not used to mountain living, having people within your remote distance or on your road that they know if they can't get out, you can't get out, and people can check on each other.
Yeah,
so
help each other out.
That's a nice thing also about, that's a bonus pro we're throwing in there for you. I love number 9 because that's one of the reasons I got into selling real estate in the foothills and mountains, is because of the unique housing. Every house is different. You're driving along and you're like, whoa, how does that house, how do they even get in there?
How do they build it?
Right. How do they build it? How do you get up there? And then we get to go check out these super unique properties. And they're unique for several different reasons. One is like the terrain. Right?
The terrain. The architect who's designing that house has to put in mind that you're building it on a mountain.
Right.
So that house is going to probably look different from the other house on the other side of the mountain because it's still on a mountain. So that's the nice thing about is when you're driving through every neighborhood, every house looks different and it's not cookie cutter. And everyone has a little bit of land.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, that guy has a really fun house. I like how they designed that one. Whoa, that one over there is really cool. I like how they hang up their Christmas lights. It's really fun to drive through and just see all the different houses.
Yeah, you're right. It is great. And that's the one thing for me that makes it dangerous sometimes because you're always rubbernecking and trying to stay on the road. Amazing houses, unique lots, unique properties, and even things like the direction of the house comes into play because where's that sun at? The builder takes that into account. Like, are you going to create a view? Or are you going to have sun exposure all day? And so the terrain makes things fun and makes each home almost like a piece of art because you have to work with a certain canvas that you're given. So yeah, unique houses for sure. That's a plus.
Number 10, we're going to talk about the small town feel with big town amenities. You get to know the community. You're gonna walk into the stores, convenience stores, grocery stores, going to get your hair cut, anything like that, and you're gonna know those people by name, and they're gonna know you. And that's fun because then you get like a community vibe that everyone's like looking out for each other and they genuinely care about you. But then you're also 40 minutes to Denver. You wanna go to a Broncos game, Rockies, see anyone? Boom, right downtown. You're already there. But you get that seclusion and the almost appreciation of your community. People know who you are and it's fun. It's a great place to go. It's a great place to live. It's a great place to raise your family. It's a great place just to be a part of. It's a little gem.
I think you nailed that one. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Perfect.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
A special guest I just noticed you can see in the background is my lovely girlfriend Rachel. Rachel, turn around and give the people a hey. She did not like that.
She did, yeah.
One of the last reasons is that I always get people asking to move up to the foothills and the mountains is because they want to do whatever the fuck they want. They don't want to have anybody telling them what they can and can't do with your land. So outside of like county codes, or if you're in a particular HOA, which there aren't a ton of, you could really do whatever you want with your land. So that's cool, and that's what I think as people like from California that got really sick of being told what they can and can't do, like it's a breath of fresh air when things are a lot more lax out here with what they can do with the property, what they can do with themselves, and outdoor activities that if there was a lockdown, you could go bust out.
Yeah. You can still go enjoy your life no matter what somebody else thinks they want to try to tell you to do.
That's what's up. So that is our list of 11 things to do with a couple bonuses slid in there. If you have more questions or comments, leave the comments below. But if you have questions about your particular move out to Colorado, we love to help you out. Set up a call to talk about what's the best fit for you because there's a lot of different levels to living in the foothills. So give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We will get back to you. And yeah, that's it. See you on our next video.
Peace.